Hey, welcome back to the One Trail Live / podcast. Today I got a great show for you guys. Today I got a, and I don't know why I went through all of that rigmarole. Um, Today we're going to be, today's a great episode. First off, before I really get started, uh, I want to say thank you for all of my subscribers, everyone that drops in to check out my videos, leaves comments, or just watches the videos in general. I really appreciate it. Um, every I wouldn't be motivated to do this without you guys. So when you guys get a chance, if you're rocking with me, just hit the like button. Also share my videos. It's cool with me. I grow with you guys, and I can't grow without you guys. So, but today we're really getting into is the end of 2020, and I know a lot of us are happy that it's coming to an end. A lot of us probably because of certain things being shut down have probably faced hardships, and I'm sorry if you're fortunate to be one of the people that it didn't affect. I am one of those people. I do feel sorry. I do empathize with your losses and your struggle. Um, but don't want to make this a depressing show. Really want this to be, uh, you know, just thinking about everything that we've been through and what we have to look forward to. I am not the type of person that really gets into um, setting, having New Year's resolutions. This year, I won't call it a resolution. I'm going to call this, I'm setting goals for myself. And this is something that has nothing to do with, oh, it's a new year, new things. No, it's this whole year I've been trapped in the house. I've been trapped at a desk, and I have let myself slightly physically go and mentally go. And I want to get back to me. I want to get back to feeling healthy. I want to get back to being in nature. I'm tired of being in the house. I'm tired of it. And I'm pretty sure there are a ton of like-minded people like me that feel the exact same way. So, without further ado, let's jump into the one trail hot. Before I jump into the hot topics, I've always, you see my slogan. I always say, live life one trail at a time. I don't think I've ever, sorry if you heard that. Uh, I don't think I've ever really explained what does live your life one trail at a time mean. That is my way of saying put one foot in front of the other. When when I go out and when I'm out backpacking or when I'm riding on the trail, I it's some of these loops are a bunch of trails, intersecting that make these particular loops. And even though you're on the loop, you're just dealing with that one trail at a time. Corny, I know, but that's the way you have to look at it. That's the way I look at it because it's this one trail, this one particular trail, whatever I'm dealing with on that trail at that time. Because I've been to trails where it could be rocky on this particular section, but on the next junction, going to the next trail, it's a little sandy. It's a little muddy, especially when you start getting into equestrian trails. Things get mixed up real quick there, and the conditions kind of change on you. And I'm pretty sure if I was doing the through hike on the Appalachian, it would be the same way. One day I'm gonna get there as well. But let's jump into Boogie's Hot Topics. How's it going, Chris? So here we go. This is what I was talking about, my goals of what I definitely want to achieve this year. Definitely want to achieve all of these. So we're going to start off. My number one thing is that bikepacking.com. This is a place that I use to journey, figure out where I want to go. And later on in this video, I'll take you to the website and we'll navigate through it. And I'll show you why it's such a great tool if you're a cyclist. And it's not just for fat bikes; it's for road bikes and mountain bikes. I'll navigate you through it. But 2020 is coming to an end. Bikepacking.com is doing an event, and it's called Good Night 2020. And it's just encouraging people to take their bikes out and to hit the trails one more time for the remaining of the year. And that starts December 26th and runs through the 31st. Hey, Tom, how's it going? Merry Christmas to you too, buddy. And I'm definitely going out. It's supposed to be chilly this weekend, but I am definitely going out, taking the red out one more time for the year, um, and kind of get back to what I love, man. Just being on the trail and freezing my bum off. But I'm gonna have fun doing it. I'm gonna document the whole thing, and it's gonna be awesome. The last videos that I have coming up for this year it's a two-part. The first part is airing tonight, and that's me taking the rad out. I'm in Missouri. I'm at Quiver River. It's the Black Hawk Point mountain bike trail. Uh, I really have fun out there. It's gonna come up right after this airs, so that video starts, I believe, at 8 ish. So you stick around and watch that when it airs if you can. Also, if you haven't done it already, hit the like button, hit the share button, all that good stuff. Let's get a party going to take out us for the end of the year here. But talking about videos for next year, I have a lot of content that I didn't put out. Um, Reason being, this year has been so jacked that I couldn't mentally edit it the way that I wanted to. I didn't enjoy the process. I enjoyed being out on the trail, but not enough to tell the story of why I was out on the trail. But I'm getting back into a rhythm. I'm back into a headspace to where I definitely want to be out on the trail more, and I want everyone to follow along and have a great story to ride with. My rad upgrades. I did a lot this year. I did a lot. I did a lot. And I'm going to do a lot. So 2021 is going to get into uh pretty much well, I've done a lot to the rad already, but the rad really won't be a rad anymore. And that kind of goes back to last week's video on things that I wish the rad would have come with, and the growth, my evolution of riding a particular way. I've Over the course of the last couple months, I've become a adrenaline junkie to downhilling. That's all I can really say about that. And the next videos that you'll see, you will understand why. But things that I have upgraded on the bike so far, just this year, we I changed out my seat post. I don't have my dirty girl behind me. I'm actually doing some work to her now. I put a suspension seat post on her, and I am going full hydraulic. Going full hydraulic. I'm finally joining people that have juice bike and some of the Saunders bikes that come with full hydraulics. So I'm going full hydraulics, and the ones that I bought, they're Shimano brand. They come ready to go. These aren't the ones that Bolton sells, so I have to do a little bit of modding myself with putting the motor disconnect switch on myself. So and the reason why I haven't fully installed everything is because the disconnect is coming from, or it's coming from China on a slow boat. So we have to wait until we get that in. It's supposed to be here this week or the end of next month. Who knows? But once we get it in, I will walk you through that process. One of the biggest things, I'm not going to do what everyone else has done, which is attaching the brake line to the frame. I'm actually going to I purchased a bleed kit, and I'm going to uh run my lines through the frame itself, so it's going to be a clean install. One of the best things that I have found so far for this bike is one of the issues that the Rad had, and it's been my nemesis since day one, and that it didn't have enough points of attachment for bottles, water bottles. So luckily, I found a company, and I can't think of the name of it. I was thinking about, I'm gonna make a video on all these things, but I found a great bottle cage attachment system that it's really great, and I'm gonna be excited to show you this, and it's I'm excited about it because it's being that it's hard to find. You can't find a suspension fork that has attachment points so you can hook up extra bottles, especially for what this guy is going to be doing next year. I needed to have more water storage going forward, and that jumps me into my next goal. I'm setting a goal to ride one new trail a week. That goal for the year, and I hope to do more, but I'm setting a goal to do 500 trail miles. I want to do 500 trail miles next year. And that kind of breaks down, I mean, you could do the math on it, but I want to do 500 trail miles next year. And that is doable because I don't work on the weekends. So I can end up somewhere and do a new trail. Last week I walked you guys through some of the websites that I use, which I use MissouriStateParks.com, and I also use All Trails, which is an app that helps you log your adventures, your adventures on it. Uh, those are great tools. One of the other biggest tools is backpacking.com, and said I was going to wait to run you guys through this website, but I feel the need before I jump into the last topic, because that one's kind of deep. So let's jump in. Let's see, y'all. So this is bikepacking.com. I have used this website to do a lot of planning for next year. You can pick your routes. You can do anything. You have everything that you need. mountain biking, gravel, all road. Uh, you got your road touring, fat biking, all this good stuff. Oh shucks. The reason why this is such a great website. So if I want to do fat biking, it gives me everywhere I can take my fat biking. It's just not isolated to Americas. It also takes you through you know different parts of the globe. So this is a really great website to navigate if you are getting in the mind frame like myself of really doing some miles. Oh, and I know the biggest reason why I'm pushing this website. This website tells you it has all of these places mapped out. Okay, it has all of these places mapped out, and it tells you what type of land it is. It tells you if it's national forest, national parks, BLM land, that sort of thing. And as I was mapping out my life a year ago, um, the e-biking community was having issues as far as where what lands e-bikes are um, able to travel on. I am pleased to announce, I am pleased to announce that as of December 2nd, e-bikes are allowed on BLM lands, with one exception, two exceptions actually. Uh, the biggest, how do I put this in order? So there are two exceptions to the BLM ruling on e-bikes being on the trail. First thing that you need to know, it has to be a class 2 bike, which means that it has to have a motor no bigger than 750 watts, and which equals out to 1 horsepower, and cannot travel over 20 miles an hour. Okay, them's the rules. We can live with that. Just because we can, as long as we can take them out there, we can live with that. The other exception to this rule is if the management in this area does not allow e-bikes to be on it for whatever reasons. But as far as the federal language goes, e-bikes do not fall in the category of motorized vehicles any longer. Oh, before I just skipped right past talking about, it has to be 750 watts, and it has to have functional pedals. So you have to have it still has to be a bike. So it can't just be throttle only. It has to be a motorized bike or motor assisted bike. So that's great news. Excuse me. That is great news for us e-bikers in the world, knowing that now we can operate our fat bikes legally now and not have to worry about the consequence of getting in trouble, except for where it's posted that you cannot. But fatbiking.com walks you through all of that. There may be a couple phone calls that you will need to make to know that you can't do certain things in certain areas, but that's part of planning, right? Not getting too far ahead of yourself. Um, it's also wintertime, and I'm not sure if you guys are fully prepared for winter yet. If you're not, I want everyone to, if you have a fat bike I want everyone to do this at least once. Take your fat bike out in the snow. Just do it once. Do it once. Finish. Just do it once. Live on the edge one time. Um, Boogie in nature is not responsible for any slippages out in the roadway, broken hips, slipped disc, fractured ankles, wrist, or hurt feelings. Um, but getting past all of that, I think that everyone should take their bike out at least once. I mean, think about it. If you do not take your bike out, you just won't have any fun. Check this out. Welcome back to the channel. It's the winter. It's snowing. And it's a goggle test time. I tried this yesterday and my GoPro crapped out on me. Don't know why. I guess it wasn't enough snow out for me, but now we got this. These are the Anon M4 with the Sonar Zeiss glass. This is the low light lens, one of two that it comes with in the packaging. Great on this nice winter's day. These goggles are some of the best I have ever worn. With the gyro helmet, with these goggles, it works well. The venting system really helps out with the anti-fogging setup that it is good for. One thing that I have come across yesterday when I was riding really hard, it got a little hot on my face, of course, and it did fog up when I wasn't moving. But once I started getting in motion again, it thawed out, it defrosted. Another thing that helped me defrost was I just took a little time, popped the lens off, and wow, it's a big difference once you take that off. I took this off, allowed them to do what they need to do, and it is still, I can actually see the snow now. My lenses are getting going. And then popping them back on, easy as 1, 2, 3. You could do it one-handed. You need two hands only because the magnets are so strong. When you start to pull on it, of course, it's going to pull away from your face. So you just need to have one finger on the other end just to get a little leverage so you can, sorry, I didn't get the leverage I needed. So you can get the leverage on it to pop it right off. But it's pretty much a one hand. It's a definitely easy on, easy off application. I forgot my mask at home. One thing about the mask, and I'm not sure if snowboarders fall into this category, but the one thing that did happen to me was when I was riding, the condensation on the mask that comes with it, it absorbed a lot. I mean, and how it has a venting system that vents it down, but it's still, if I was out for any longer or if it was any colder, pretty sure it would have had frost all around it. That's how much moisture it was absorbing. That just couldn't escape. So for the most part, the mask itself, it has a few shortcomings. Like anything else, there is nothing on this planet that is a perfect system, but we strive to get close, and this, I believe, is as close as it gets for now. Let's get back on the trail. Let's get back to the car. So that those goggles I purchased from Sport RX, and the inserts that you see there, I made a video about it, but that is a prescription insert. As you can see, I'm a four-eyed guy, and I prefer to wear glasses over putting contacts in. That's just me. Sport RX sells prescription inserts. They sell prescription uh, glasses overall. So sunglasses, regular glasses, goggles with the inserts, that sort of thing. And if you have FSA, HSA through your job, you can use that to purchase these glasses and equipment as well because it's a prescription, so it falls into that category. Now, uh, getting into the last thing on my list has been something that I have struggled with for a long time. And being a person of color on the trail at times can kind of get my anxiety up. There's not a lot of people out there. I have never, since I've been out for the last, 6 years or so, uh, I have never come across another black person on the trail. And, but with that being said, I have never had a negative experience on the trail. Everyone I've come across, I mean, if breaking bread was, a literal thing, I mean, that's that I've had great times. I've, especially like my new adventures of downhilling, man, I've come across so many people that's been showing me how to do certain things on these bike trails, man. It's been a great experience for me, but my one of my biggest goals for 2021 is to really show people of color that it's cool to be out here, and there aren't, if you're worried about problems out there, there's a good chance my experience so far has been good. uh they've been great. um and I just want more people to enjoy. I want more people to enjoy it. I want more people to live their life one trail at a time. Get out there and really, really enjoy some things. It's it's kind of it's kind of sad how we all find ourselves living in a bubble and not and and just not not being you're really just not alone out there. I mean, it's a great time. It's a great time, and I really want to showcase that more, so people can get rid of the fears and things like that. Um, what are your what is your vision of next year? Do you guys plan on setting a goal for yourself to be outside more, put more miles on your bike, maybe camp under the stars, see more cities, go to a city that you hadn't gone to, uh, being that we have been locked down since the world has been locked down for almost a year now. What can't you wait to get out and do? So I've laid out my list of what I choose, and that's to get back mentally healthy, physically healthy, uh, and break the rad, put it back together, and tour some of these BLM lands, some of these national forests, and really come across some people and document my experience of the people that have come across me. I've come across some cool people that have done some really stupid things, and I'm surprised they are alive. Most of them don't want to talk about it on camera, but they're a little camera shy. But I can't blame them for that. But I will tell a lot of their stories. I told a story about a guy that I came across who did canoeing. Uh, yeah, that's a crazy mofo. I don't think. I mean, I'm a pretty good swimmer, but canoeing by myself will never be a thing. That is one thing that I will say I will need a buddy system on. Like I said, I'm a pretty good strong swimmer, but drowning and death by fire or rank up there pretty high on things that I don't particularly want to do. Chris, that's a great point. Also, next year, being that a lot of these places that I want to take my bike to uh, are at least 10 hours away. Or, no, I'm sorry, 10 hours. 10 hours is nothing to me. We're talking like 17 to 20 hours away. I'm in Missouri. A lot of these places that I want to get to are going west, so Utah area, or going to the North Carolinas. There's a lot of good stuff out that way as well. Oh, north, that's south, but you know what I'm going with. There are many places that I want to get to, and I am really getting my head wrapped around buying a van and joining the van life crew. I wouldn't live in it all the time, but when I'm doing a 20-hour trip, a van would be great somewhere I can pull over and not have to worry about getting a room, and I can, have a house within the house. I mean, it'd be pretty awesome. And I do get I am getting a little tired of throwing the rad in the back of the Lincoln. Um I know, Tom, you're gonna say put a rack on the back of it, but I leave the bike in there. I've been doing a lot of riding, and I will do a few different trails uh during the week. So it's like right after I get off work or before I go to work, I'm hitting the trail. So I don't really take the bike out of the car. And I couldn't leave it on a rack. Well, I could leave it on a rack, but when I come back, it may not be there. So I choose to leave it, just that's how I'm rolling right now. I keep it out of the elements and everything, even though I get it dirty enough going down some of this stuff. I'm going to break this thing one day, I swear to you. Other than that, that's pretty much how 2021 is going to be for me. I'm hoping that everyone out there uh, gets a chance to have have a good time next year. Have the least amount of worries. Um, Also, things that I don't talk about a whole lot. I don't think I ever really talk about it. I am an Amazon affiliate. Uh, in my in all of my videos, I have links to all of the gear that I use. So if you want to check out the stuff that I use, that will always be linked in my description below. If you want to purchase something, clicking those links does give me a little bit of a kickback, which goes directly into the channel to create more content and upkeep of the equipment, things like that. It doesn't cost you any more, and it doesn't cost you anymore. I just get a small percentage off of the things that you guys purchase. It helps me out a lot, and I appreciate you all that have purchased things from my links. Oh man, everybody's popping in. Hey, Andrew. Hey, Michael. Right. I don't want anyone else to become a second owner before it's time. Everything that I am doing to this bike uh, will definitely, I mean, it'll be, when I'm done with this bike, I don't know if I'll ever truly be done with it, but when I am ready to move on, if that's such a thing, if I ever will move on from my first e-bike, especially the first Rad. Well, it started off life as a Rad Rover. Um, now it's the Boogie Mobile. Uh, I can't say Boogie Bike because there's an e-bike company out there that's called Boogie Bike now. So this particular one, I don't know if I were to give it away, I wanted to go to someone that's going to really appreciate it and someone who's going to ride it hard. I don't want anyone that's going to take it and baby it. I want someone to take it and ride it hard like I've done it. I want someone to truly enjoy being outside, not being afraid to fall off of it. Um but I'm looking forward to 2021. I don't know about the rest of you guys. Remember guys, live life one trail at a time. Look forward to 2021, and I hope to catch you guys on the trail real soon. See ya.